Hey everybody, it's Brandon and we're back again with the MMBC Podcast, and I'm right here with my good buddy Pastor Tommy Anthony. Say hi, Pastor.
Hello everyone.
That's Pastor. We got a lot going on, a lot of really cool stuff this week. One of the main things that we're going to be doing is Wednesday night. Pastor, tell them what's going on.
Well, I've asked Miss Jana if the young people can come in there with us, and also the youth will be in there with us, so it'll be a different feel. We'll be a little more crowded in the Lyles Hall. But it's going to be a time of discussion. I don't want to lecture the whole time, but I've got some ideas and I want us to kick around what it means to be church. That's something we ought to be able to articulate and not even have to think about it. We all understand it. We're on the same page. But there are a ton of different ideas and ways to flesh that out. So we're gonna look at some biblical reasons, and we'll work it out as a discussion format.
Yeah, one of the things we're actually going to be getting into is some of the ministries that our church do. You know, he's asking what is the way to be the church. One major way to be a part of the church is to plug in.
Yeah, you can't just sit back and soak. We want you to have a part and take part and be the church. And that's not just on Sundays, but throughout the week there are opportunities as well. But specifically, we'd love for everybody to feel like they have ownership, and we're in the middle of a budget process, and so we're talking about why are we doing these things and what are just carryover from the 50s and some of the things that maybe we need to explore and re-examine. Obviously, that's an important part of this process as well. So I hope you'll be here Wednesday. It's going to be a special time.
I think it'll be a great chance to actually explain some of the things that the church does, why it's important, and how they can become a part of that.
And very much, I believe, I'm kind of following a pattern of purpose-driven life. Some of y'all have read that book, Purpose-Driven Church. And, I'm not just trying to elevate that person, Rick Warren, necessarily, but I think he's got a great model. It is the best-selling book of all time related to church and what God's doing in our lives. And the key to me to that is that you don't have to make this up. God has a plan. God has a methodology that makes sense, and it's right there in the pages of Scriptures. It's more up to us just to fit into it, to discover how we can fit into His purposes, His plan for us might be in this community.
That's a special Wednesday, but we also have a special Sunday coming up.
Yeah, Sunday, November the 11th. Obviously, Veterans Day will be making recognition for those who have served and sacrificed, but it's going to be special in other ways too. We got our little boxes we're sending around over the world. Samaritan's Purse, this is a time of blessing those. They'll be actually collected and hauled over to, I think, First Baptist Church is the collection point, and then they're going out around the world.
That's right. So we do have some cool stuff going on Sunday. It's going to be different. You don't want to miss it.
Yeah, there'll be other ways that this is going to be unique. I talked to the deacons about it this morning, gave them a heads up. But yeah, it's going to be a different Sunday. You do not want to miss this Sunday.
The following Sunday, that would be the 18th.
Oh, I hate it if you have to miss. Actually, that might be good. More gumbo for me. We're having our gumbo Lord's Supper. I love that time where we fellowship. We'll be over in the gym, and so no basketball that day. But we will have a wonderful time of Lord's Supper together, and 8 or 10 people are making a big old pot of gumbo and potato salad, and a lot of church people are bringing dessert. So it's going to be a wonderful time of fellowship.
You mentioned basketball. One thing I'd like to say is this. If you're out there and you think, man, I sure would like to play some basketball, I don't want you to think that this is a youth event. This is basketball open gym for anyone that would like to come and shoot hoops. Come on, bring it on.
And we've changed the time slightly, and it seems to work better. At least it does for me. I'm not quite so stuffed after a big lunch or whatever that I can get out there at 3 to 5. So, join us if you'd like to shoot hoops. We'd love to see you.
Hey, that's all we got this week. We'll see you right here next week on the MMBC Podcast.